Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's dive right into this. Today, we're going to look at how to completely transform your standard AutoCAD software from just a basic drafting board into a highly efficient, custom-built workstation that is tailored specifically to you.
Seriously, think about it for a second. How much time do you waste every single time you open a new file? We've all been there. It's that classic Monday morning frustration, right? You sit down, fire up AutoCAD, and before any actual productive work can even begin, you're stuck recreating standard layers, tweaking dimension styles, or hunting through some obscure network folder just to find a simple door block. It is exhausting, and frankly, it's a massive drain on your drafting time.
So here's our game plan for today. We're breaking this down into 5 steps. Stop wasting drafting time, build custom tool palettes, create reusable drawing templates, master aliases and shortcuts, and finally, tying it all together into the ultimate custom workflow.
All right, Section 1, stop wasting drafting time. Let's reclaim your productivity. Look, for way too long, the default AutoCAD interface has kind of forced you to adapt to it rather than the other way around. Our overarching goal here is incredibly simple. Stop repeating the exact same setup. The absolute magic of effective customization is that it completely removes those repeated tedious decisions. You shouldn't have to remember which layer a window goes on if the software already knows it for you. We want to make the correct drafting actions literally the easiest ones to perform, automatically maintaining your CAD standards while letting you focus on the actual design work. Moving on to Section 2, build custom tool palettes, or as I like to call it, organizing your digital pegboard. A tool palette is essentially just a tabbed area that gives you a visual library of reusable blocks, hatches, and custom command tools right there inside AutoCAD. Now, what's really interesting about this feature is how it completely flips your workflow. Instead of endlessly clicking through separate folders, trying to hunt down architectural symbols or standard furniture, they're just right there on your screen, visually organized and exactly one click away. And building one is incredibly straightforward. First up, you just type Tool Palettes to open the window. Give it a right-click to create a new palette, and be sure to give it a clear task-based name. Then you simply drag your approved objects directly from a clean library drawing, or you can use the DesignCenter, and just drop them right onto the palette. Finally, you configure the tool properties. Let's picture a practical example here. Imagine a task-focused palette called Floor Plan Essentials. It's got your single and double doors, your accessible toilet symbols, wall hatches, and maybe even review commands like the revision cloud. But here is the absolute secret sauce. By setting the tool properties right there on the palette, you ensure that every single time you click that door block, it lands perfectly on the correct architectural layer at the exact right scale, totally automatically. It's brilliant. Let's jump into Section 3, create reusable drawing templates. This is where we establish the drawing environment. Basically, a DWT template is your perfect starting point. It's a drawing file that contains all your standard settings to prevent you from having to rebuild your environment over and over again. Instead of starting your day staring at a blank, totally unformatted screen, a template gives you the absolute correct foundation from the very second you open the program. Your template really needs these core ingredients: the correct measurement units and precision, your approved standard layers, like a wall or a door, standard text and dimension styles, your layouts, page setups, and of course, your approved title block. But I do have a massive word of advice here. Exercise some restraint. Do not include a bunch of unused experimental content. If it doesn't absolutely need to be there before drafting begins, leave it out. Otherwise, the file just becomes this bloated mess that is a nightmare to maintain. And before you save that file, you have to clean house. Always run the PURGE and AUDIT commands to strip out any unused geometry or hidden errors. So the crucial point is this: if you have a tiny mistake or say a corrupt layer in your template, that error is going to duplicate across every single future project you ever create. Clean it up, save it as a DWT, and set it as your QNEW default. And please test it. A template isn't actually finished until it's successfully produced a realistic test drawing. Walk through a checklist something like this. Draw a line to test the units, drop objects onto your standard layers, add some text to check the styles, insert the title block, and actually plot a test PDF to check your line weights. Finally, hit QNEW and confirm the right file actually opens. You'd be surprised how often that gets missed. All right, Section 4, master aliases and shortcuts. Let's accelerate command execution. Now, we really need to get our terminology straight first. Command aliases are shortened commands you type directly at the prompt, like typing C for circle. Keyboard shortcuts, on the other hand, are physical key combinations that execute a command directly, like hitting Ctrl+S for save. And this brilliantly illustrates the hard line between the two. Aliases modify prompt behavior through your PGP file, where shortcuts rely on key combos edited over in the CUI editor. They do slightly different things, but both are going to speed you up significantly. Take a look at a few of these real-world examples. The trick to a truly great alias is a logical relationship. RV for revision cloud, XA for Xattach. You want these to be deeply intuitive so your muscle memory just takes over immediately. A logical pairing makes these vastly easier to memorize than just some random string of letters. Okay, but again, I've got to play the voice of reason here. Exercise restraint. You should really only customize your most frequently used commands. Please, I'm begging you, do not go in and replace universal shortcuts like Ctrl+S or Ctrl+Z just because you can. If you customize everything immediately or overwrite familiar defaults, you're going to cause massive frustration when a colleague inevitably needs to jump on your machine to help hit a deadline.
Finally, Section 5, the ultimate custom workflow, bringing all three of these pillars together. Now that we've got our three magical weapons, let's move to the good stuff and see how this all builds into a totally flawless, streamlined project workflow. Step 1, you hit QNEW and your perfect template opens instantly. Step 2, you pop open your task-based tool palette. Step 3, you drag and drop blocks that automatically snap right to their predefined layers. Step 4, you use your slick custom aliases to edit geometry at lightning speed. And step 5, when it's finally time to deliver, you plot instantly through an existing pre-tested page setup. I mean, it is just a beautiful thing to watch in action. Now, if you are feeling a little overwhelmed by all this, my best advice is simply to start small. Just observe your own drafting habits for 1 week. Pay attention to the tasks you repeat constantly. Then, let your real production needs dictate your customization. Build just one standard template. Create just one tool palette. Set up just a handful of aliases. Don't build for novelty, right? Build for necessity. Ultimately, a brilliantly designed AutoCAD environment should feel, well, almost invisible. Good customization gets the software totally out of your way. The settings and commands are just there when you need them, allowing you to focus 100% of your mental energy on accurate, brilliant design. So it is time to take back your drafting time. Looking at your daily grind, which frequent AutoCAD command are you going to customize first? Get out there, start building your digital pegboard, and enjoy a much smoother workday. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy drafting.